Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Vibrant Life Community Podcast. I'm Sarah Nolan, and I am an energy management advisor I help my clients to reconnect, rewire, and re energize through my 3-step recharge process. And this week, we are talking about how to deal with negative thoughts without dwelling on negativity and without suppressing your feelings. So, what most people do if they're into personal development and things like manifestation is that they avoid negativity at all costs. But here's the thing is there is a huge cost to avoiding negativity. A huge cost. A huge cost in your health, a huge cost in your happiness and fulfillment, a huge cost in your relationships. But what do, right? We don't want to dwell on negativity because the more that whatever we focus on, we bring more of in our lives. So how do we deal with this? And we've been talking about it all week. So go back and watch those previous videos if you haven't already. And this week, we're going to wrap it up with replacing. So yesterday, this is what we've done so far. We started off talking about listening. Then we talked about exploring. And then last time it was releasing. And today we're talking about replacing. So affirmations are what a lot of people do to attempt to replace negativity with something else. And that's great if it's in the correct sequence. But if you don't do your affirmations in the correct sequence, then what you're really doing, you're not replacing anything, you're just masking. And so that's why it is so crucial to do those first 3 steps. If you miss those 3 steps, you're doing more harm than good. So in this 4th step, we're replacing, and it's not even through affirmations. Affirmations can be a part of the replacing step, but there is a process to energetically, you make an energetic shift. It's not through lying or deceiving yourself. It's through making an actual subconscious shift to your mind, into your belief systems and your emotional patterns and things like that. So last week we talked about releasing. After you release, then you need to replace with something else, and that anchors in the new pattern. And so what you're releasing is a pattern that it causes self-sabotage. It's disempowering. So it causes you to see the world in a disempowered view. It causes you to interpret reality in an unrealistic way that is not in your favor. So that's, we release those things subconsciously. And the reason this is so powerful is because we're working on a subconscious energetic level. We are energetic beings. Yes, there is matter involved in our physical construct, but that matter, I don't know the exact percentage, but maybe it's like 1%, right? Everything else is energy. We're made up of atoms. I mean, really all we are is atoms. And atoms are energy, right? they're electricity and energetic forces. So if you think about that is essentially what we are, then think about the changes that you can make when we meet ourselves where we're at by using an energetic modality, right? Our conscious mind is only 5% of what's going on in here. And so if we use a conscious modality, we're not going to be able to penetrate deep into where the root lies. So we use an energetic modality to access the subconscious and to pull out that root, and then to also use that same modality and that same process to replace the disempowering cause or the disempowering root with something that is going to help you to really achieve your full potential. So say you release something like fear or resistance that's causing you to accidentally sabotage yourself. Nobody intends on sabotaging themselves, right? We consciously know what we're supposed to do in a lot of cases. And then when we don't do them and then feel bad about it later, or, or just feel like annoyed or whatever, that was a subconscious response. That behavior was a subconscious response. And what's interesting is like how much control do we actually have when we don't have power over our subconscious? Our behavior is a direct reflection of what's going. I always have to check to make sure the audio is going. Our behavior is a direct response of what's going on inside of our subconscious mind. So if we don't have power over this subconscious, then do we really have any power at all? Pretty wild, huh? So we want to replace, say for the example, fear or resistance. What are we going to replace that with? What would you replace resistance with? Would you maybe replace it with trust? Trusting that you have got this, that the universe has got your back. And just trusting in general, like this pattern of trust. How you do anything is how you do everything, right? So if you have a pattern of trust, that means you're going to trust yourself, trust your people, trust your family, trust the universe, trust God, spirit, whatever. You're going to be, in general, trusting. And trust is a catalyst to manifestation and to just making shit happen, making magic in your life and achieving your full potential. So that is our key for tonight, is replacing it, and replacing it with something very intentional, something that is in alignment with your highest level goals. All right. So if this is what I'm talking about right here, this is a tiny little piece to what we teach in Recharge and what my clients learn and practice and use. And if this is the kind of thing that you would like to explore more, let me know, and I can show you some next steps on that. And yeah, so have a wonderful rest of your night. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk soon. Oh, next week, what are we doing next week? How to start feeling abundant about your abundance. How to start feeling abundant about your abundance. So join us next week. We're going to do an episode every day, and we will talk soon. Bye.